Hey guys, it's Kayla. So basically, I am in my room. I've never ever filmed a makeup tutorial before. I don't really have the setup for it. I don't really have the camera for it, but I did the best that I could for you guys. This right here, as you can see, is my everyday makeup look. The lighting's not the greatest. You can't really see the coloring very well, but I told you the products that I've used. Kind of showed you the techniques that I use, so that way, you can get kind of an idea of what to do for a really quick makeup look. And you're a busy mom and you kind of just want to get out the door, but you don't want to look like so. This is the look. This is, as you can see, probably not very well, but it is a very, very quick, natural, smoky eye, not really, with a very simple face. So if you would like to know how to do this look and what products I used, keep watching. Thanks. Alright, so let's get started. First of all, we are starting with a bare, clean face. I look a mess. Don't worry about it. Alright, so every time I start my makeup off, I start with a moisturizer. St. Ives Timeless Skin. It's supposed to help with wrinkles. I don't really know if it does. Put it on about a half hour before you put your foundation on. Alright, then I go ahead and use Too Faced Born This Way. It's a medium to full coverage. I am in the shade Light Beige. It is a really great foundation, covers the skin really well. I pump it onto my hand, 2 pumps, and basically that can go ahead and cover my whole face. I use a rounded dome brush. It's synthetic, picks up a lot of product. I dab it right onto the brush and then just smooth it over my skin. I go ahead and buff all of that out. And as you can see, it leaves a pretty dewy type of texture. I am combination to oily, so I take care of that in a little bit. Moving on to concealer. I use NYX, or some people call it NYX. This is in the shade Fair. It's on a doe foot applicator. I go ahead and place that under my eyes. I also place it above my eyelids. You always want your concealer to be 2 shades lighter than your natural color. If it's darker, it's going to make your eyes look tired. So I move on to a damp beauty blender and I go ahead and tap all that out. Basically, it's just going to take product off that's not needed there, but it's going to leave product that you do need. So that's going to get rid of any dark circles. It's going to prime your eyes for eyeshadow. And as you can see, that's all blended out. Then I take a natural hair brush. Natural hair brushes pick up less product and kind of put a sheer coating on. I go ahead and use another NYX product. This is their HD finishing powder. I use this to set my foundation and to set my concealer. That way it won't cake up on me during the day and it won't fade off. And it mattifies everything. I don't really like a dewy type of look just because I am oily, and throughout the day sometimes it comes through the foundation and you can see the oils sometimes, so I use this to completely mattify my face. Like I said, this sheer coverage of the natural hairs makes it so that it doesn't leave like a white kind of paste on your face. This is an angled brush. It is also a natural haired brush. I use NYX bronzer here. This is in the shade Light. Basically what I do is I do not do a structured contour at all for a daytime look. I kind of just go in and kiss on my face where the natural sun would hit. I'm pretty pale right now. I didn't get really much sun in the summertime. So I do this every day so that I don't look like a ghost. I go under my cheekbones, up on my temples, up on my forehead. I also do a little bit on my jawline because since having Charlie, I tend to have a little bit of a double chin going on. Don't mind any noises you hear. Emerson's sitting next to me and sometimes she doesn't exactly know what it means to be quiet. So anyway, moving on. I buff all that out. And then what I do is I take a really big fluffy kabuki brush and I smooth and buff and blend all of that out. Biggest tip about makeup is all about buffing. Makeup is buff until your hand hurts, blend until your hand hurts. So I buff that out and then I move on to my brows. I use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I used to use Anastasia, but it got a little too expensive because I go through these things like nobody's business. My eyes, my eyebrows, excuse me, need filled in very much so. For whatever reason, the hair doesn't grow the way it's supposed to. So as you can see, I just kind of go along the natural shape of my eye with this pencil, and I basically just fill it out in short little strokes. You don't want to do harsh strokes or long strokes because if you do, it can tend to look very drawn on. So I do short little hair-like strokes where the hair does not grow, and it basically just brings my eyebrows together as one. Uh, Whereas you can see on the other side there, it doesn't really have much of a shape. Then I take the spoolie and I spread that out um, just so that there's no harsh lines. Then I take this cheap powdered something from Walmart. I'm really not even sure. I think it's called Salon Perfect. I take a little synthetic brush there, and it's pretty firm. I mix two colors together. My hair is really dark right now, so my pencil doesn't exactly give me the coloring that I'm looking for. I mix the dark brown and the black, and I go ahead and put that on my brows. What that does is it also goes ahead and sets the pencil so that during the day, I don't have to worry about my eyebrows coming off, smudging, or anything embarrassing like that. Um, I go ahead and put that on both brows. And as you can see, looks good. Now I have eyebrows. Moving along. Morphe palette. This is the Jaclyn Hill's favorite palette. I love this palette. I have two specific shades that I use for my eyeliner. I do not use eyeliner pencil anymore. It's very harsh. I'm getting older. I use a flat definer brush and I mix the cool brown and the cranberry chocolate type of color. I mix those together on my definer brush and I smudge that along the bottom of my eyeliner, or where you put eyeliner, I'm sorry, with my eyeline of my eyelashes. Dear Lord. I smudge that out down there. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look great. I just do it so that there is color down there. And I will buff that out in the next step, as you will see. You really just want to get the color there. It's just giving it a little bit of something. And I don't bring it in all the way to the corner. I just keep it on the outer corner. I want my eyes to look bright. I want my eyes to look awake. And if you bring that liner in, it can look dark. It can look a little more nighttime, and it can also make you look tired. This is a pencil brush. It is fluffy and pointy at the top. And I take a color from this Morphe palette as well. It is kind of like a barky type brown. I run that on the brush and then I smudge. I am not precise. I am not doing anything in any specific way. I am literally just running that color all down the bottom, and I run it down and smudge it down basically so that it buffs it out and it smokes it out. That way you don't have any harsh lines. I hate harsh lines. It doesn't look good. Moving along to the eyelids. So we already primed our eyelids with the concealer. So this right here is the Becca palette, the Ombre Nudes palette. I take a fluffy brush and I take the lightest color possible and I start running that through my crease. That is my transition color. I run that over that crease there to create a crease. I kind of have hooded eyes, so it makes my eyes not look so hooded. I run that soft color back and forth and then move on to the next color. I run that color in my crease as well, buffing back and forth in circular motions until there's no product left on that brush, and then I start to buff it upwards and over and all over the lid. That gets rid of any harsh lines as well. Same thing on the other side. Don't mind my singing. Justin Bieber's new album is great. If you want to hear it, I recommend it. All right, so third color. Like I said, this is a daytime look, so I don't usually get too dark. The third color, I run through there again and just buff that out, same as all the other colors. This just gives my eyes some definition. There are days that I do skip the eyelid completely and just stay with doing the underliner, or where you would put eyeliner on the bottom lash line there. I don't always do this, but this is a new palette from Maybelline. It is the Nudes palette. It is the Rock collection. I am not a supporter of the other two, which is the regular nudes and the regular blushed. This palette's okay. It's a little better than the other two. But I take a flat brush there and I dab that in the middle of my eye. Basically what that does is it opens the eye up a little bit more so that you look awake and fresh and ready for the day. This is the first shade on the bottom of the palette. I don't think I said that even though I showed it to you. Alright, so like I said, I dab that there, and then I go ahead and highlight right under the middle of the brow there. That just kind of adds a little bit of shimmer, makes it, makes the brow shape look really nice. And I just dab that on there. I don't drag it out because I don't want to look too dramatic. All right, blush, angled, fluffy, angled, fluffy, natural haired brush. Blah. Bare Minerals blush. Use your favorite blush, whatever is your favorite. Actually, don't really like this color all too much because it is kind of a summery color, but I haven't had a chance to go to the store to get something better or order something from Ulta. I sweep this under my cheekbones and just kind of blend that out. I use a synthetic brush because like I said, natural hair brush, because like I said, it puts it on lighter. Okay, pointed foundation brush. Back to the NYX finishing powder. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to clean up the bronzer that we used and make it so that it's clean and doesn't look muddy. This is called baking. You're going to tap this into the powder and you're just going to lightly dab it all around your face, under where you put that bronzer. So under the cheekbones, you're going to put it on your forehead, and you're going to put it down your nose, and you're going to leave it there. And you're going to notice that it's going to look really white. There's a reason for it. Just put it on there, let it sit for a little bit, and I'll come back to that. All right, mascara. Use your favorite mascara. Use your favorite curler. Just apply it as usual. Nothing fancy. And so, yeah. Eyes are finished. All right, moving along. Lip gloss. This is just a nude natural lip gloss. It's from NYC. I think I got it from CVS. It has a really big doe foot applicator, and I just run that on. Simple. Kabuki brush. Get rid of that powder. What you'll notice is that it has cleaned up everything. You won't have any muddiness, and it looks pretty good. So I love baking. Anyway, we're all set. Thanks for watching.